of the morning and a happy 4th of July to you laddies. My name's Z-Randleman Buck and welcome to part 1 of 5 for the release of 5 new mods. PC only, may I state, and each one of these will be in their own separate video in the description down below, one of which is in this one. With the poll results in, by an overwhelming amount of votes, the 1969 Ford Mustang took first place, followed by the 02 Avalanche, followed by the 2015 Charger, which actually beat out and flipped positions with the 70 Trans Am. These two were supposed to flip, but I actually left the survey up for a little bit to get the results a little bit more in depth, and the Charger ended up pulling third place. So part 4 will be the Trans Am, and pulling up the rear will be the 92 Viper. So, to get things rolling off the ball, the 1969 Ford Mustang. She's a beaut. There's no doubting it. And she's actually the most customizable out of all 5 of these, so you guys kind of got the best first. So to start things off, the car actually shares the same sounds as the 1972 F-Series, so nothing really different on that since they kind of shared the same motor. And you got a 302 small block in the truck. Now there's obviously a little bit difference, but in reality it's not enough for me to change the sounds on the car. Once you pop inside of it here, we got a fully functioning steering wheel along with working pedals, working steering wheel, and a 4-speed on the floor. Once we pop it in there, it can go into reverse, so I didn't forget that. But we do have a full UEIM interior, and when you do the light patterns, the third one actually activates it indoor lighting, so you can get a little bit of there. We have 2 stages, and then obviously the inside light. And on the rear, it's just regular turn signals. There's no sequentials since they didn't really have those in the 60s. When we go in reverse, it is down there on the bottom. But for anything else on the outside, you press X and the car actually will lower a little bit like the Impala, but not nearly as much. This one just gives it a little bit of stance. If we press N, it actually will pop open the hood to reveal a full engine bay, and there's a little feature that comes along with this mod now that it's not visible on here, like it's not as visible, but we'll get that once we get into the store. So, let's pop into the store and let's see what we can do for this thing. So, starting off here, the car will be found in the cars category, and as it is listed right now is at $2,700, it's actually $3,200 because some of the options, they already come with a standard price. So the car starts at $3,200 and has a range of options that we can kind of go through here. Body color palette can pretty much just be taken from the 1959 Impala, which I actually will have an update for in one of these releases once we get to a mod that's not as customizable. But we also do have a little bit of mixtures, a couple colors from the Ford and other surrounding mods. So a pretty fun little color palette. I really like the yellows on this car. The yellows just scream beautiful on this thing. The reds aren't bad either, but I just prefer the yellow. They just look so good. We also, as you guys can see, have stripe colors, vinyl top if equipped, and the 429 badge if equipped. So we kind of got to go from the top here. Wheel stance does not really increase handling, does not do anything. It is a visual feature that allows you to set 15 by 9s on the rear, 15 by 10s on the rear, widen all the tires to 15 by 8s, which is just in turn the width of the wheel. They're all on 15-inch rims, but then you can put a 15 by 8 in the front with 10 in the rear, and then you can kind of widen them up as the last one with 15 by 9s all around. I personally prefer 15 by 8 because it's just right enough to be wide, but not too wide to be considered overdoing it. With the aero options, we got 3 different options that we can put on here. We can either put on our spoiler, our louvers, front air dam, or splitter, whichever you prefer. And then it just kind of cycles through until eventually we get all of them, like what we have on the Boss out in the yard currently. We also have the option for a vinyl top, which, as we stated down here, you can change the color of, which that does keep the vinyl top texture, so kind of gives you a little bit of a range of options. You're not just stuck with a black vinyl top. You can make it like a cream colored if you went for more of a V6 almost convertible type. We do have the price inflation, which, as you guys know, for RP reasons, the car does have a inflation to be of what the prices should be now, not dealers like messing with us and charging us out the rear. But the next badge comes to the GT badge, which keep a GT badge on the back, or you can get a stripe, which is just a filler to that, and then it also swaps it out to a Boss logo. So if you get the Boss version, you can put the Boss logo. If you keep the GT for the GT model, you can have those. With that being said, with the Boss, we actually have the Boss stripe options, which started off, it's just an actual generic hood stripe, which is basically the Boss's hood stripe, but in the cases of how the Mustangs rolled, you could just basically get the hood stripe on there, so we can just keep it GT. But why would you do that when you can just go one more and get the Boss 302 logos on this thing? Now this, my friends, is a good-looking car. But, continuing on, we also can complete the set by actually adding in the headlight options, and then we can go to the 429, which, down here on the bottom, like I said, if you have that equipped, it can come in black, chrome, or white, depending on which variant you have for a color scheme, so match the badge easy to see. Those, however, will coordinate with the engine setups. Now, we have a handful of engines, all of which are actually noticeably different in their performance when you have them equipped. Now, if you went from 302 to the 351 two barrels, you're not going to notice as much of a difference. But if you go from a 302 to a 428, you're going to notice the car will actually take off and drive quite a bit quicker. So to start it off, we'll start it out. It says a 302 two-barrel carb, 351, 302 four-barrel, 51 complementing it, a 390, the 428, which then includes the hood scoop, and then finally the 429. With also a drag variant in there, just for the fun of it. It's a 2-speed. The rest of them are all 4-speed manuals. But, to complement the black hood scoop on there, you can go one more time on the badges, and that gives you the Boss hood stripe. Now, this car, in my opinion, always looked best with black on it all the way around. I mean, it just looked menacing. That is a menacing-looking machine right there. And last but not least, we have the wheel options. So this car came equipped with 4 different rims. Now, 2 of them are not factory, but the 2 rims that I have on here are the 15-inch GT rims, the 15-inch mag wheels, the American Racing torque thrusts, and finally, bringing up the rear, the 15-inch Krager SS's. Now, that is what we like to call a bad mamma jamma right there. Look at that thing. That is a bad-looking Mustang right there. We're just going to purchase this car for $3,700 because I wish I could buy a car for that much. And we'll kind of show you guys a little bit of difference between performance. Now, when I pop the hood of the 302, that little badge right there underneath the air filter actually says 302. Each engine option actually puts a different number on the air filter. But as you guys will see on the Boss, we have a Boss intake on there. So you do notice the differences between the engine bays. Lower the Boss just a little bit. We'll take this thing for a little bit of a test drive so you guys can kind of see how these things perform. Now, like I said, you're able to notice a difference between these two when they're driving. And for being American pony cars, we all know that these things were not known for their best handling on the roads. But in Farm Sim, we can do different things. The car has a bouncy suspension, so it will be able to take all of it needs. The car does have a bouncy suspension, so we actually are able to take these bumps relatively smoothly, which is nice because, I mean, worst thing you want to be doing is driving around in your nice 69 Mustang and then losing it all because you hit some pothole. Well, like this goes, woo, we're jumping. You can handle the jumps. And as you guys saw, the car does get up to speed relatively nice. But this is a small 302. What about Big Boy? What is he able to do? Well, I'll show you. So we took care of this and making sure that each individual engine option does show performance differences. Now, right one after the other is not as noticeable, but definitely once you start stepping it up, you definitely will be able to notice a difference. We got up to 120, a little bit faster. All these engines do only stop at 120, only with the drag variant going a little bit faster. But as you guys can tell, this car is a blast to drive. So be sure, if you guys really want to try this out, go check out the link down in the description down below. It is free on Mod Network on my Mod Network page. And I'm sure it'll be on other sites to follow shortly after. But for at least part 1 and everything we've done here, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe down below. If you guys like more mods like these, be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below. But if you guys want to be up to date on all the content from me and the gang, you guys already know who's in it. It's the Boomstick Club. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is the Rental Man out. Peace.